welcome to our first video of Talkin Tea with JJVP.
Oh my god, can you believe it? We're actually doing a video.
We really did it, guys. You know, we were thinking about this for, I don't even know, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it was random. I'm Jess, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Jordyn. Let's introduce ourselves real quick. Okay.
We're new to this.
Yeah.
We'll get better as the weeks go on.
Period.
Don't worry.
So, I'm Jordyn. I am 19 years old. I obviously attend Arizona State University on the softball team. I am an only child. I have 2 pets, Bella and Luna. Yeah, get into it. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm Jess. I was born and raised in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I also play softball here at Arizona State. I am a grad student, 5th year. I have 3 siblings. I have an older sister, older brother, younger brother, 3 dogs, 2 labs, 1 bull mastiff, Reggie, Macy, and Ozzy. Literally the love of my lives.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get more into about us as we get going. You guys will learn more about us. But yeah, why did we create this channel? Question of the day.
Yes. So we created this channel because we don't really know a lot of softball people, I would say, that just sit down and talk about life, experiences, like everything they've been through, just like random stuff, honestly. Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to sit down and kind of reach out to athletes, normal people, like whatever, and just sit down and normal people.
Sorry, normal people.
Sorry, normal people. No offense, but it's true. But we just kind of want to sit down and just talk about life and whatever and get different perspectives on everything.
Yeah. It's funny because we were actually sitting in a car driving, I don't even know where, and just being stupid, and we were like, we should just start a podcast. And then ever since there, we're like, wait, we should actually do it. And so now the fact that we have like our whole little setup and putting it together last night, we're like, is it real?
I know, we literally went to Best Buy last night and got a tripod, and that was cool. But our first like experience of like doing it was in your room.
Yeah.
And we did like a little mukbang. What did we have? I don't even remember.
We had some type of Italian food, and we were just going back and forth.
Yeah. So we were in Jess's room, and it was like a 38-minute video, and we were just talking. I don't even know what we were doing. Just talking about random stuff.
Well, we always say we wish we could be mic'd up 24/7, just to have the world hear what we need to say. Not that anyone actually cares what comes out of our mouths, but I don't know. Doing this is for us to just like have fun.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
We do so much softball, so many hours of school that just to be able to sit down and just shoot whatever is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a little side activity, like get your head away from all the softball and school that we do throughout the week, because we're practically at the field like
all day.
Yeah. And then we do, like, I have mentoring Monday through Thursday, so that's a lot of schoolwork. Tell them about your major.
Yeah, so I'm getting my master's in legal studies with a sport law emphasis. So it's incredibly hard. I love what I do. But whenever I'm not playing softball, I'm usually just trapped in my room.
Yeah.
Just typing away to the hours into the night.
Yes.
But we're getting the hang of it. But this is a good little break away from, I guess, our reality of things sometimes, just to be able to sit down and I guess talk some tea.
So another thing that we're going to be doing on like this channel, we're going to bring in special guests. So next week we'll have a little somebody. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, a little surprise.
But we're going to bring in special guests, ask them questions. You guys will have a chance to DM us through our Instagram or whatever, and send in questions you want us to answer or ask our special guests for the week.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a cool little fun activity, maybe some would you rather would you rather games, or just something to keep us going.
Do some food, music reviews. I don't know, kind of just do it all. This is really just our time just to
do whatever.
Yeah, honestly. And if you watch it, cool. If you don't,
whatever.
It's fine.
We're still gonna make these videos just for the entertainment and, like we said earlier, just kind of escape from reality a little bit. So we put our questionnaire or whatever on our Instagram, and we got some cool little questions to
to kick off about our lives.
Yes. So do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You can go first. You got questions.
So first question is, when did we start playing softball?
Ooh. I started playing softball when I was, I think, 7 in coach pitch, and then, I was 6 when I played coach pitch, and then when I was 7, I tried out for my first travel ball team for the Cedar Rapids Blue Devils. And it's funny, in my tryout, I was so convinced I was going to be a pitcher. And so I remember the first time I ever picked up a softball for people to actually watch me, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a pitcher, I'm going to be a pitcher. I started pitching, and I was bowling balls everywhere, throwing balls over the backstop. And the coach was like, I'm really sorry, but you're better luck next time. And I started bawling. I was like, Mom, I didn't make the team. I was actually traumatized. And then I get the email or whatever it was a week later that I made it. And so then the rest is history. You know, here we are.
You're in college. Yeah.
22 years old now.
So I started playing softball when I was 10. I was actually a cheerleader before, I literally had a big dream of being one of the football sideline, little cheerleaders. I loved cheerleading. And then reality kicked in, and not gonna lie, gained some weight. As a kid, I was a little chub. I was chubby, very chubby.
Okay, me too.
And I wanted to be the people that get tossed in the air, the flyer. And my dad had a sit-down conversation with me and literally told me, I think this isn't the thing for you. We need to look into something else. And I was crushed because I wanted to be a cheerleader. So my friend at the time, back then, her name was Kiana. She played at this little league place called West Valley. And I went to go watch one of her games, and I was, ooh, this seems fun, little pitch action and all that. Yeah. So I went back to my parents, and I was like, I kind of want to try this out. And then we started, and I kept going.
Man.
Yeah. So.
That's crazy.
Love softball.
Yeah. Here, after however many years. Yo, forks up, man.
Forks up, man. Okay. Next question.
Shoot, I don't even know which one. Should I just ask anyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. I guess this would go for both of us. Me being from Iowa, you being from California. What has been the biggest transition going from growing up somewhere your whole life and then moving out of state?
For me, it was hard because I had a rough time, especially my freshman year, because I'm an only child, and even in travel ball during softball, I was never away from my parents from a long period of time. I was always with them. My dad, even people on my team know, he comes to pretty much every game. My mom comes when she can, but I think just the fact of not being with them all the time was really hard, and finally learning how to grow up and do things on my own was very tough, but eventually got the hang of it. But I think it was just the transition of getting away from my parents and having that freedom, which I was not used to.
Right. No, I definitely feel that. Me being from Iowa, obviously super family oriented as well. I actually moved to California for my senior year, and so I kind of had my first taste of alone, away from my family, but I was also with another family, the Goldsteins. Shout out to you guys. So I kind of had my own simulated form of college.
Yeah.
So by the time I went to Ole Miss first before I came here, and when I went to Mississippi, aside from having culture shock into the South, but I don't know. I felt like I had kind of more of a take on it. But I have 2 older siblings that played college sports as well. So I saw what they went through, and so I was like, okay, maybe I can get the hang of it. When I get there. I was still homesick. Sometimes I still get random waves of homesick where I just want to be with my family and my dogs. But my parents also travel out quite a bit, so that's nice. My older brother will be around more here, so that'd be cool.
I think that's what's cool about FaceTime and all that, because it's kind of just like brings you back to a connection with like you could FaceTime your dog or
FaceTime
your
me
cat
every day.
or, like literally on the phone with my mom and I'm like, where's my cats? Like I want to see my cats.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But yeah, I think now since this is my 3rd year, I'm a junior this year, it has for sure gotten easier. And even like my close friends know like when it comes to Christmas or like summer, like I want to stay here. And it's not necessarily that I don't want to be with my family, but it's just like the freedom and just like learning to like move on like on your own, you know?
Well, even just being in a city like here, I mean, it's different for me. I mean, being an Iowa girl and then being in small town Mississippi for a majority of all of college, basically for 4 years, to come to a big city, I'm like, there's just so many things to do. Like I just She knows I have the GPS literally every time I walk out of the house. I have to GPS to get everywhere because it's not just 2 streets anymore. It is a whole city.
So she's like, left, right? I'm like, girl, you lived here for a month and you don't even know how to get back to our house from the softball facility. But it's okay. She's getting the hang of it, which is good.
We're learning.
All right, next question. How was your transition from high school to college? Like, what's the biggest difference?
Oh, okay. So in Iowa, softball is like not as big of a competitive sport. We play high school softball and baseball in the summer, so we never get to go to like PGF was never a thing for me growing up. The Colorado tournaments were never a thing until I actually joined a team from California, and just to see the difference from Iowa to California, huge 360 of talent level, just because everyone's so competitive in, I guess, on the West Coast, just because you can play softball all year round. But to go from high school to college, I remember my first 3 weeks of college practice, my eyes were this big. I was like, these girls are so fast, everyone's so strong. And then I felt like my confidence really just went up and down just the first part of my freshman year, just to be, I don't know, so in shock because I was never exposed to the competitiveness on a regular basis like how I was on the West Coast. But I don't know, I also was a walk-on too, for anyone out there. I was a walk-on the fall of my freshman year at Ole Miss, and I guess in the back of my head, I mean, no one really knew, but in the back of my head, I felt like I put extra pressure on to be like, oh my God, like I'm a walk-on, like I have to do something. And then my confidence was like this, so I was just super overwhelmed. But I don't know, now here we are, year 5.
Didn't know you'd be here today.
No kidding.
I think my biggest thing from high school to college, that's tough because I came from like a city and like Woodland Hills. Like people just knew me like left and right, and it wasn't just because of me, like it was also because of my dad, because my dad worked at Calabasas High School and he was like the security guard and everyone loved him. Like he's just a comedian, like he is always cracking jokes, and everyone would be like, oh, you're Al's daughter, oh, you're Al's daughter, and I'm like, yes, I'm Al's daughter. And just like the softball wise, like everyone knew everyone. Like if you were good, like everyone knew you. If you sucked, like everyone knew you still. Like I'm sorry, it's so true. But it's just like you couldn't get away from like anything.
Yeah.
And I think like moving to Tempe in Arizona, like just a bigger city, like I think it's just nice starting fresh, honestly. Like new friends, new community, like just new everything, which is super nice. And like you said, like walk-on, like nothing's wrong with that, honestly. Like I think people get a wrong perception of walk-ons.
They really do.
And like coming here my freshman year and failing my gassers test, everyone knows to talk about that. Like I failed my first gassers test and I was just like, crap, like this is the worst thing that could happen to a freshman. Like you don't want to fail as a freshman too, which sucks. But
everything's scary too. Like on top of softball, like you're also having to, I mean, I feel like a freshman this year kind of, but like you meet so many people, you don't know your way around anything. So it's just like all of that, especially just being a freshman and you're away from your family. It's just,
and like my confidence like freshman year was just up and down because like I didn't want to fail. Like I didn't want people to be like, oh, she sucks, she doesn't belong. But at the end of the day, it's like the coaches know you like deserve to be here or they wouldn't recruit you. Like you should be here, like that's what you signed up for.
Right.
Like, and I'm still learning that too. Like confidence is like a big thing that I still struggle with, but you just have to know, like, you deserve to be here, and, like, you just have to show everyone, you know?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, we're playing a Power 5 conference, and
it's hard.
It is.
Like,
it's one of the hardest things. But I think when I think 10 years from now, looking back at my time in college, I'm gonna remember how, like, just be proud of myself that I was able to get through 5 years of college softball and get an undergrad degree and then get my master's degree, all while still being able to enjoy myself and network myself out to all these people, and just even being here in a bigger city, just to be able to put yourself into a new situation and a new environment in general, just to be able to be like, wow, 10 years,
pretty cool.
10 years from now, I'm like, wow, we really did that. Like, I can look back and watch our 18-year-old self on TV. They're like, this is the game that we played, so-and-so, so-and-so. So, and it's just...
Exactly.
It's cool.
Yeah, that was a good question. I liked that one.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right, next one.
What is the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to you?
Honestly, like, I haven't had much, like, embarrassing things happen. Sorry, that's our ice machine. But I think the one thing that was kind of embarrassing was, I think we were at a showcase for travel ball, and there was so many, like, college teams or coaches, like, out there watching that game, and I was backpedaling, I think, because I was playing center at the time, and I was just, like, walking backwards, and my foot got caught on my shoelace, and I literally, like, backplanted, and I went, and it was just, like, the most embarrassing thing ever, because everyone saw, and I was just laying on the ground, and I was just like, do I pretend like I'm hurt right now so I could just save my embarrassment? Like, I don't want to go through it. I know, but I know it's not really that funny, but I thought it was very embarrassing. But yeah.
I feel like I embarrass myself a lot, honestly. Like, I'm always doing something for people to be like, what is she doing? But I guess in softball, my most embarrassing moment, we were playing at Georgia my sophomore year. This is when I played second base. Scary time of my life. I played second base, and we had won, like, every single weekend series. Like, we were really just cruising in the SEC, and we're like, yes, this is our last weekend. This is our last time we're going to win this series, because it would have been, like, we would have won all of our series if we would have won that one. And so I forget what the score was. Doesn't matter. I just know it was close. There was a runner on, some runners in scoring position from whatever, but pop fly in the infield. Field is facing the sun, looking dead into the sun. I look up, can't see anything. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm screaming. I was like, I can't see. The ball literally lands right behind me. Like, I probably could have, like, extended my arm back and caught it or something. Could not see the ball. My cataracts are burning in my eyes.
They're burning.
Literally on fire. And we get back to the hotel, turn on the TV, and me and my road roommate, it's on the SEC, whatever it was. I don't even know. Whatever it's called. The 7 innings. I don't even know. Anyways, all of a sudden, turn on. First thing that is showing is a replay of everything. Ball in behind. They're saying, like, she should have worn glasses. This is so embarrassing. And I'm like, as if I wasn't already scarred that they had things go ahead. But it was on there for a week straight. Like, we went back to Ole Miss, and in the morning for 6 a.m. waits, they're throwing, like, replays. I would just still look at the same play. Like, oh, there's me missing the same pop fly over and over and over. And they're talking so that this is so, like, unacceptable going into postseason. I was like, not me feeling like I really ruined it for the team to actually just
like, why say that? You already know I'm embarrassed. Like,
I mean, I could take all that. It was just more of the fact, like, I already felt terrible, and just to see it over and over, I was like, this is so embarrassing. But at that point, I was just kind of like, I mean, whatever. Like, we still made postseason anyways, and we went to Super, so let's go. But
all right, we're gonna do a few more questions. I like this one. Dream date.
Dream date? Oh my God.
I love thinking about this stuff, because it's like, it's probably not going to happen, but, like, if you can imagine it, like, it's so... Share.
Well, one, I need to find someone to take me on a date.
All right, guys. This is my girl, Jess. I'm going to need y'all to follow her on the gram.
Stupid.
Okay, but...
Dream date. Oh my God. It would definitely have to be something like, I don't want to say like beachy, but I don't know. Someone doesn't need to spend a ton of money on me.
No.
Someone could give me a piece of gum and I would literally start bawling my eyes out.
Oh my god.
Like, you did this for me. Wow. But I don't know, something on like a body of water of some sort. Just super
relaxing.
Cute, relaxed.
Yeah.
Good music, like R&B vibes. Like,
okay. I like that.
My girl Miss Summer Walker.
Thank you. Oh.
That
was not good.
new episode. We'll just sing for you guys.
Yeah, karaoke.
We'll do a cover.
We have a karaoke machine actually, so maybe they'll make an appearance.
Yeah,
I don't know. My dream day is probably like a sunset view.
Yeah, like
and like a little picnic sunset. Like all of our favorite foods, like boyfriend's favorite foods, my favorite food. Just like kind of looking out over like a cool little city, and just honestly like no phones, like no TV, like it's just one-on-one conversation, and just like literally enjoying the view and having a great time.
That'd be so fun.
If only.
Yeah. You said if only.
If only it wasn't so hot in Arizona. It is literally 120. I was gonna say a bad word. 120,000 degrees outside. It's so hot.
Yeah,
but
I would not. I mean, I would go. Sunset is still hot too. Like when we took those pictures at sunset, still sweating. So if you see my Instagram and I look like I'm glowing, it's actually sweat.
Don't get it twisted. We did not put on
that
highlighter.
That is a no filter everything. Just pure drip
sweat.
Just
looking like a queen.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, what's another one?
Let's see. Okay, we kind of already covered what's the biggest advice you'd give to a freshman? Or we should say, if you could go back, what is the best advice you would give to yourself as a freshman? Like knowing everything you know now. How would you do life?
Do life. Honestly, that's hard because I feel like, and we talked about this the other day, like just because I think I asked you what's one thing you would change back. And it's like, well, you're not the person you are today without your past experiences.
Period.
So it's like I learned everything as a freshman to what I am now. But like, honestly, just saying like, don't care what other people think, because that bothered me a lot as a freshman. Like I tried to impress like new friend groups and like trying to be someone like I wasn't coming into college.
Yeah.
And I think that was like something that really took a toll on me. But yeah, I would just say be yourself, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about what other people think of you. Like,
no, that's a big one. Because you take that anywhere, even like just like going into tomorrow, going into the rest of the day, just be yourself. Yeah,
let's see.
I would definitely say, I think I would just tell myself like you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I like work myself up a lot over the little things. Like it could be even like my freshman year, it could be like one practice where I could sit there and think like I did all of these things so wrong.
Yeah.
Or certain situations that I've gone through, which I mean could be another episode of specific things we've gone through individually, but just to tell myself like you're literally gonna be okay. Like the sun is gonna rise in the morning and life is gonna move on and you're still gonna be a good person.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do a last and final question?
Yeah.
If you could have a superpower, what would you want to have?
I for sure, actually, I don't want to say I would read people's mind. I wish I could fly.
Yeah.
Like,
just.
Sometimes I have dreams.
Oh, here we go with our dreams.
Dreams should be another episode.
Yeah. Man. Edna.
Yeah, oh my God. It's crazy. But sometimes in my dream, I could like jump up and all of a sudden I'm just like flying around, like looking over anything.
Sometimes I have those too. Like I'm just like cruising on top of our
I'd just be flying through my like house and I'd be like acting like I'm like swimming up the stairs, but I'm actually just flying. But I'd always would like wake up and I'd be like, oh my God, I wish that was real. But yeah, no, I definitely to fly. Or I guess read people's minds. At the same time, I think that would overwhelm me.
I'd be like, oh my God, they really just said this about me. Like
I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah. I think mine would either be fly or teleport.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can just wake up right out of bed and go be there in
You wake up a minute before weights start.
Yeah, and I'm there at my rack.
Yeah.
I'm ready to back squat.
Yeah. Get into it.
Get into it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, that is episode number 1.
Yeah. Woo!
My hands are actually sweaty.
That's another episode. That is another topic of an episode of how we literally have hyperhidrosis.
Self-diagnosed. Thank you, WebMD. WebMD, if you're seeing this, NIL. Anyways, I think that is our cue to call it quits.
We will get this all situated, but this is literally just like our test run to see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll do cooler things. This is just an intro, but thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, if you stopped watching after 10 minutes, it's okay.
Yeah,
we'll
totally
still
fine.
See you next week. Not worried about it.
We know you will be back because you watched our first video.
Yeah,
we know you will be back.
But don't forget to like and subscribe.
Exactly.
I feel so weird saying that.
Me too. But we will see you guys next week, and
with some more tea.
Woo! Fork 'em.
Forks up. Man.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.